You know, the Brooklyn Bridge truly is what they call a miracle bridge, because it spans the river that ties Manhattan and Brooklyn together, and across a river that they said it couldn't be done. But back in 1863, there was a creative engineer named John Roebling, and he was inspired by the idea of making this bridge. And no matter what anybody else said, he wanted to make sure that this was going to get done. So he put together the team to do it, and even though the rest of the world told him to forget it. And I wanted you to just hear this story of what happened with that bridge. Because Roebling then convinced his son's name was Washington, and he was a young and up-and-coming engineer, and he convinced him that bridge could be built, and the two of them together developed some new concepts of how it could be accomplished and what they could do, and how they could overcome all of the things that the other experts said were impossible for them to do. So they just went ahead with excitement and inspiration and hired the crew and began to build that bridge. The project was only a few months under construction, though, when a very tragic accident happened, and it took the life of John Roebling and severely injured his son Washington. And in fact, his son Washington was left with a permanent brain injury and was unable to walk or talk. So everyone felt like the project was going to end right there and it'd have to be scrapped. But Washington, even though he was unable to move or talk, his mind was just as sharp as ever, and still had that burning desire to get that bridge built, and especially now that his father had been killed. So an idea hit him as he was laying in his hospital bed, and he developed a code to communicate. And with that code, he decided that he could tell people what to do. And so with his one finger that moved, he started tapping out his code, and he would tap out his code on his wife's arm, and she would then go ahead and tell the engineers who were building the bridge what his ideas were and how to make it happen. So for 13 years, he communicated by that code the ideas that he had and the things that happened. And so he instructed all of the people on what to do. And sure enough, the spectacular Brooklyn Bridge was built. You see, where there is a will, there is a way. God will make a way if you'll just give him the opportunity. No matter what the circumstance, no matter what the tragedy that's happened, if you will set your mind to it and open your heart and open your mind to the things that God has given you, he will show you how to make it happen. This is Pastor Riley, and that's just a thought.